Jam from Even and Pedalboard PH. I'm grateful and proud to announce to you the newest multi-effects from Boss. This is the Boss GX-100. What's new? The form factor. Very compact. You have 4 switches, may control 1 and 2, bank up and down, built-in expression pedal. This is the first from Boss na may, you guess it, the most requested touchscreen display. So, pwede ka mag-edit dito. It's like having the Boss Tone Studio built-in sa mismong pedal. Pwede ka mag-edit dito. Like for example, yung amp ko nandito, I can move the parameters here, or kung gusto kong mas precise, you can also use the knobs. And then, meron din siyang function na pag mag-edit ka, you can scroll to the effects palette. Like for example, gusto ko ng another chorus, drag and drop lang ang mangyayari. Very simple, as I can adjust on the go. So kanina I played a short song, i-dissect natin yung mga effects and modules na ginamit ko doon. So here we go. So yung first tone natin is my main distortion sound from Even. I'm using a noise gate, the amp yung X-modded, yung NS2. So dalawang NS2 siya and another EQ. So nag-customize ako to turn on 4 effects at once by pushing the C1 control. So pag nakikita nyo, mag-on kagad ng 4. So nakita nyo nag-on siya. I can also edit on the go sa touchscreen. And ito yung clean tone ko. Ito yung distortion sound. So very punchy. So makikita nyo yung effects ko doon. X-modded, yung high gain siya, level 60. Ito yung EQ ko. And that's it. Ang daling mag-edit. Kung gusto kong magtaas pa yung noise gate ko, I can do it here. Yung EQ ko. Very functional itong touchscreen. Actually, kahit walang touchscreen, gustong-gusto ko na siya kasi having that built-in colored screen, lalo na pag sa big stage, ang sarap tignan, ang sarap na makikita mo kagad kung ano yung mga nag-on and off. So for example, nandito ako sa parang stomp box view, nakikita ko kung ano yung nangyayari sa foot switches ko. Yung amp, on and on. Tapos may delay ako if I need it. Another delay, harmonizer, and phaser. So yeah, that's it. So yung second sound natin is like an ambient clean sound influenced by The Edge and Tom Morello, and ito yung madalas ginagamit yung clean tone na sound. Very rhythmic. So ito yung ginamit kong effects sa loob. So I'm using a Roland JC-120 na clean amp, and then I'm using a lot of delays. So ito yung main delay ko. And then may dotted delay pa ako na nandito. And then may phaser ako built-in sa number 3, so parang PH2, sort of like PH2. And then meron akong twist delay sa C1 ko, so sound. So my third sound, I call this the Uncle Tom. So very crazy effect. May whammy tayo. Very influenced of course by Tom Morello. So check natin kung ano yung mga ginamit ko sa loob. I have a pitch bend. So ito yung simulating like a whammy pedal. 1 octave up lang yung ginamit ko. So ito yon. Pitch max ko is 12. So yung amp na gamit ko is a Britstock. This is like a JCM 900 style sound. And then I have a noise gate, 2 noise gates. And then may delay din ako sa dulo. I programmed it to be number 3. And basically that's it. So ito yung sound na yun with delay. Tapos may harmonizer ako naman sa 4. So nandito siya yung harmonizer, third above. So makikita nyo minsan pinagsasabay ko yung harmonizer and whammy. So it's a lot of fun. It's very crazy effect. So yeah, this is the Boss GX-100. Marami pang lalabas na demo about this pedal. And yeah, mismo, I love this unit. Very compact, very streamlined, touchscreen display. Ang ganda ng itsura, ang pogi. So yeah, this is Jam from Even, signing off. For more details about the Boss GX-100, you can log on to boss.info.